Good evening, viewers. My name is Pretzle, and today we're playing Sid Meier's Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword. Continuing from where we last left off with our Snaky Continents Roosevelt game, I was talking about two political issues very close to my heart. The incredible threat of global warming, and the prevalence of nuclear weapons in Civilization 4. Nuclear weapons cause global warming in Civilization 4. Not a realistic model, but I suppose it is intended more to model the damage nuclear weapons do to the world rather than describe exactly what they do. We have Fallout that does that as well. Fallout hits right around the area that nuclear weapons are dropped on, as that. But global warming specifically, as said, has specific causes. The use of nuclear weapons, for one, indiscriminately from who uses them and where they are used from. Who uses them and where they are used. The construction of coal plants, factories, industrial parks, and the construction of other unhealthy buildings, like forges and I think dry docks as well. All of these count up in an in-game counter, hidden, of course, and the higher the counter is, the more likely it is that a tile will get affected by global warming. I.e., it will just suddenly turn to desert. So this grassland here, boom, desert. This grassland here, that's actually a farm, boom, desert, farm destroyed. This river tile, boom, desert, farm destroyed. Well, no, the farm wouldn't be destroyed because it's desert, because it's riverside. But regardless, it's possible that if these two both get destroyed, this irrigation chain will get cut off. The same will be true for over here if this farm gets destroyed, in which case I just replace this workshop or something, and I fully intend to put a farm here as well, thinking about it, to spread the irrigation from this side as well, just as backup. It's it's a bit ridiculous to have this chain going this far anyway. If global warming interrupts it, that's just by virtue of the structure being unstable as is. Admittedly, I didn't have much choice in that. I just wanted to irrigate these two rice tiles so they're actually good, and so that I had some improved tiles around here anyway. Having food is not a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. So with that mentioned. Oh yeah, the desert fairy magic affects tiles indiscriminately of who causes the global warming counter to tick up. So factories being present in cities, etc., etc. Nuclear weapons being used, etc., etc. It's basically just an imbalanced feature of the game. A better approach would be to have the tiles deteriorate over time. So you have a grassland tile that becomes a plains tile that becomes a desert tile. An ice tile becomes a tundra tile actually improves and becomes a plains tile, and a plains tile becomes a desert tile. Or something along those lines. That would be a better approach, in my opinion. And, yeah. Also, these ice coast tiles, ice ocean tiles, they could melt. That's also possible. Of course, the game's no longer being updated. It would be very complicated to mod that into the game, so that's not a feature I expect to see anytime soon. I don't think anyone cares anymore. So, with that said and done, let's turn on resource bubbles and end the turn. Modern era, woo!
Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are.
So that's refrigeration. That plus one extra moves for water units to represent the preservation of food over long journeys. Enables the construction of the mall and of the foundation of the corporation cereal mills. The wall is our unique unit. I did talk about that in episode 1, but let's have a closer look now. That replaces the supermarket. That costs 150 hammers, requires a grocer to be built in the first instance, and provides you +1 food. The only normal building in the game to do that. There is a unique building, the Beret. I believe that's the Khmer unique building. What's it? Surrey Varman's Civ. And you also get +1 health from cow, deer, pig, and sheep. So your animal resources, the resources that haven't had a secondary bonus up till now. This is replaced by the mall, which gets those bonuses as well as a +20% wealth bonus for the city. Nothing to sneer at. And happiness bonuses from hit musicals, hit singles, and hit movies. The bonus resources unlocked by some random events. And respectively, Broadway, rock and roll, and Hollywood, the world wonders. Of which Surrey Varman has already constructed one of them, rock and roll. And Broadway, he's constructed 2 of them. So I could get Hollywood, I could, there's no point, but I could. Let's chop this forest as I said I was going to do. Are there any hills that still need railroading? This one? Oh, that one hasn't. Looking around, everything else has except these 2. Have a close look at other areas in a bit. Sid Sushi exec. For the sake of the culture it provides, more so than the sake of the food it provides, I'm actually going to send you up to Buffalo first. Can you? Yeah. Okay, so just about. You will be able to spread that next turn. So leave the spy alone for now. Workers, let's get you on that farm down there very quickly. You want to, now that this has irrigation going, I want to get that lumber mill constructed. So can I do much of anything this turn? F1. Oh, Baltimore's running a spy. Why? Run coast. What's grown this turn? Boston and Philadelphia. Boston is working with the correct tiles, and Philadelphia is working the correct tiles. And the correct specialists? Well, it's growing into unhappiness, so yeah, that's nice. Additionally, Sarmation and Cincinnati. Sarmation, yep, that's as good as it can do. And Cincinnati. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't do much of anything really. Oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna want Sid Sushi up in Buffalo, Sarmation, and Cincinnati first to push these cultural borders out. Because I get, what, 30 culture per turn just by having Sid Sushi in a city? 38! Jeez, that's nearly 40. If I get another seafood resource, which, oh no, I need to get Alton half of that. But if I do, then that's a tempting thing. Alright. Okay. No one's willing to trade. Stalin still doesn't have railroad. Caesar doesn't have biology. 150 gold. I suppose I could do that. What do you give me? Hello. Of course he's friendly. Huh. Alright, I want you to go to war with Picard. That's expensive for me. Electricity, assembly line, and biology. Who has assembly line? Just Picard and Mao. Who has electricity? The only ones that don't are Caesar and Mao. Okay. Everyone else has biology. Okay, what's the diplomatic picture then? Karl has a defensive pact with Surya Varman. I could see if Surya Varman's any cheaper. Of course, they've been at war before. And Caesar would be more likely to attack Pakal than Surya Varman due to the proximity of the cities. Would anyone else join in? Stalin, possibly. Mao, also possibly. Hell, Ragnar, also possibly. Everyone crushes Augustus Caesar. That's one outcome, anyway. Yeah, Ragnar and Caesar hate one another because of the war. Regardless, I think I'm gonna do it. I want to see that continent go to shit. Sorry, Varman, how pricey would that one be? Okay, so I can do it for 2 techs, but honestly I'd rather give him assembly line so he has the buff to that. That Surya Varman is less widely liked than Pakal, so I'd be losing out less by forcing that. Well, Surya Varman, these people are already plotting war. Huh. Well, whatever. We'll see how this shit goes, because this continent's probably going to go to shit soon anyway. Surya Varman, I will give you those 2 techs. Make it up for me with the rest, and give me money. Augustus Caesar has declared war on Surya Varman, and Pakal has declared war on Augustus Caesar. Awesome. This means Pakal will be less focused on me, and I can afford to do the stuff with the Zankanak, and potentially this one up here, whatever it's called, Izarmal, and maybe these 2 as well. That one maybe, that one much less likely. That one definitely not. In fact, it would be very difficult for me to even get cultural presence in that city without Sankanek first. Regardless, what else can I do this turn? Fuck all. Yeah, I think that was the last thing, wasn't it? The foreign advisor. Yeah, so end turn here. Oh yeah, I researched the tech, didn't I? So we can look at the tech screen again. Regardless, Detroit has built a factory, so we can build a coal plant. No, build a grocer first, then an aqueduct. I get 3 health. Banana, spices, sugar, and wine. I have wine, sugar, spices, and not bananas. Not bananas. Okay, so yeah, I got 3. So required to build a unique building. So 3, that's 50 hammers per health, plus the 25% wealth boost, and the ability to run merchants. Aqueducts are just 50 hammers per point of health, so grocers are more useful in that regard. So grocer, then coal plant, then aqueduct. And then we'll see what else, I suppose. I'll probably want a supermarket at that point. Oh, no. Customs house, we get the commerce. You have foreign trade, don't you? Yeah. Okay, so I'll have a look at techs in a moment. Let's see what these guys want to do. Work it that way. You get 10% cost, sabotage building theatre. 441, 78% odds. Let's leave you there for now. You want to go down here and railroad. General born in thingy. Pakal adopts environmentalism. Good for you, Pakal. I think environmentalism actually has a positive impact on just running environmentalism has a positive impact on the global warming counter. I think I might be talking out my ass there, but from what I recall, that is the case. So this guy goes up to Sarmation, and I think he'll be able to do that on that turn, so that's good. You build the lumber mill there. You spread Sid Sushi. Spreads into Buffalo. Awesome. Let's get more railroads going. That mine's been built. Yep. I don't actually have access to uranium yet because I don't have fission. but it's still useful to have the mine for the sake of the resources and the preparation. Can anything else be worked here? Nope. Do you have any improved tiles? You do, actually, yeah. So let's go there and build a workshop. Let's have a look at the tech now. I am getting radio, and then I will be getting combustion. Oh god, Stalin already has fission as well. Okay. Yeah, I knew Surrey of Armament did. Actually, who's been throwing things around? No one. The tech picture's exactly the same as last time. I could sell him other things now. God. It's not worth it though. Electricity won't really help him win a war. I guess he could build bunkers. Assembly line's the key thing. Right, so radio, mass media, I think, to get the UN. Mass media, so I have submarines. Eiffel Tower and Rock and Roll are both already gone to Pakal. Christa Redentor isn't that useful to me, because I'm not going to be switching civics again. I might get a Golden Age sooner or later anyway, and if I want to switch civics, I'll just arrange it for that. That's fine. Mass media then. Yeah, for the sake of the UN, and I guess Hollywood. Civilized Jewelers, I'm not going to do. Broadcast Towers, maybe. We'll see. Combustion next, I think. And then industrialism, so we have site of aluminium. Plastics, so we can build the offshore platform to actually get oil. Then... Oh, no. Because, yeah. So radio, mass media, then fission, then combustion. Then industrialism. So we have the aluminium. We don't then need oil straight away. Other than tanks. And if we get to that point, we'll adjust our tech order. Other than tanks, everything we want to build with oil can be built with uranium, i.e. ships. We don't have flight yet, so that's not a concern. Next then will be flight fascism, so we can get paratroopers. Then I think plastics, rocketry, satellites, laser, so we get the STI as I was talking about. Then ecology, so we can scrub fallout should we need to. After that I think we're done. Those should be all the techs we need. After that I'll probably go for genetics and then fusion, I guess. I don't need the internet as I thought I might do. Everyone's basically equal in tech, and getting the internet to catch up on Pakal is not going to be a worthwhile task. So, Sitsushi has been spread to Buffalo. I'm now getting obscene amounts of culture per turn here, and will be expanding borders in 34 turns. His Ankanak does not stand a chance. So I'm actually just gonna... how much culture do I have on Pakal? Espionage, rather. 1655. I'm just gonna destroy the theatre now. Caught again? God damn it. Fine. Stumbled upon whilst operating. Whatever. Yeah, build a spy, then a mall in Houston. That's fine. Voice crack there. Yep. Spy, then that. That is not a... Yeah, you don't need to grow. Run the engineer. What else can be done this turn? Not much, really. Yeah, I don't really need malls everywhere. In some places, yes. But don't get a massive benefit out of them straight off. So what's grown this turn? Let's have a look at that. Seattle, Miami, and Buffalo, it appears to be. So Seattle. Yep, Miami. Yeah. And Buffalo. Buffalo, always Buffalo. Buffalo is doing well for itself, I think. Not much else I can really say about Buffalo. Just keep growing, do whatever. That's fine by me. Actually, instead of working that tile there, start working the cottages. You'll still grow in 2 turns, you'll still build the factory in 2 turns. But I'd rather get these cottages actually doing something. No. Yeah, get 1 cottage doing something. 5 turns till hamlet. Is this one doing anything? 5 turns till hamlet. Alright, yeah. Whatever. Doesn't make a difference then. Since the other one can be overlapped though, let's do that one. So, onwards. I think that's everything for this turn. There's not much else I can do. I do want to keep an eye on this war. That caravel's basically the best thing I can do. So that doesn't tell me a damn thing in the slightest. That I can tell how quickly he's updating his troops. That's nice. Yeah, there's not much else I can do this turn, so just end turn here. Should be able to get through them fairly quickly at this point, I think. Factory in Detroit, so build a coal plant. Denver, rather. Coal plant, grocer, aqueduct. Sorry. Jewish temple, coal plant, grocer, aqueduct. And then customs house because you're getting foreign trade. That wants to be a railroad. Then I guess just railroad the connections out of San Francisco. Sorry, not Francisco. San Francisco, Boston. Now I want to turn my tech rate down. Let's get you up to Cincinnati. And get you to Washington. Spread into Washington. Right. Oh god. Okay, that was a bad plan then. Because he just took that. Maya just took one of Caesar's cities. This thing here. That's unfortunate. But I think that was on the border anyway. Hopefully Caesar takes that back. Hopefully. If not, I've just helped out Maya by forcing Caesar to declare war. So that's fun. And, yeah. Okay, so nothing really much to do this turn then. New York's grown to size 13, I suppose that counts. Yeah. Yeah, whatever works. Philadelphia desperately needs Wall Street. What are you doing? Working your way towards getting a coal plant first. I get it. Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, end turn. Jeez, that was quick. Man wants me to join the war against the Vikings. Okay, didn't realize that was going on. Farewell. Hospital in here. Let's get a mall going, and then a Jewish missionary, I suppose. It's always going to be handy to have some of those around. Caesar won't trade deer or gold. I'm assuming he lost access to them. So, what's this worker doing? This worker just finished that. Building a railroad on the hill, so build the railroad on the sugar. Now we've got Sid Sushi going in the northern territories, so let's just spread it around wherever. Go to Washington first, spread there, cost me a bit of money, failed to spread, damn it. Oops. That sucks. That cost me the money as well. Okay, so go to Seattle, spread there. Let's get more railroads going on in this side of the country. Note to jump from 30, I think it was 31% last term, now it's 35%. We're going to get 50% very quickly in there, purely because of Sid Sushi's presence. And that's what I was going for. Alright, so Sid Sushi here in Summation. You should be expanding in 4 turns, yep, very quickly indeed. Now, you will have to wait a turn before you can do anything, unfortunately, but that's no problem. Let's turn my tech rate back up, get radio in a couple of turns. Damn, Pakal! You're making bank. Okay, I'll sell you refrigeration then. It's fine by me. Accept your offer. Yes, I will trade with both sides. I am neutral. I have no interest in who wins this war. I just don't want Pakal to do well. That's a valid hope, right? Buffalo has grown to size 12. Of course Buffalo has grown. Buffalo will always be growing. Sort of running an engineer, work that cottage. I want that cottage to grow. I want that cottage to do something. Alright, so we get that, then we get the coal plant, then the aqueduct, then the harbour. Yeah, then the grocer. That's fine. No, grocer, then aqueduct, sorry. My bad. And then just whatever works. I don't really care at that point. So, end turn again, really? I guess so. Well, you know, I may as well sell electricity for 190, right? Yeah, that's fine. So, end turn, yeah. So I end up getting radio next turn now. Let's get the coal plant built in Miami. Then a aqueduct, I think. Then customs house to take advantage of the foreign trade, and then the mall to take advantage of the mall. Let's get a railroad built along here. Get rid of that sign, please. I did the wrong keyboard shortcut there, and now everything's fucked up. Okay, hooray. Let's just get more railroads going. Sid Sushi can go to Washington again. Thank you. That worked this time. So, like missionaries, executives can fail to spread a religion. Shit happens. Let's go to Chicago, please. Spread thing. And it's going to get a bit expensive before it gets cheap. Reason for that is, quite obviously, the lack of Wall Street in Philadelphia. That will improve, and with the wealth multiplier from the mall, that will further improve. We will see how that goes. So Sarmation is now running a spy when it shouldn't be. Should be working that workshop tile. Much better thing for it to work. Guess I could have a synagogue up here. It's a pricey way to get +2 hammers per turn, but the culture's appreciated, right? And you'll need the factory first. Let's get a grocer up next, then queue up a grocer, then do the thing. So once again, really already? Is that all I have to do this turn? Feels like these turns are going by too quickly. Well, that's a bad thing that they're going by quickly, but it's just very quick for me. Considering, well, I guess I got through 44 turns in episode 1, or something like that, and then went at a peak of 5 per episode for a good long time. Just, I think we can squeeze a couple more episodes in this.
Then one fine morning, he puts on a New York station. You know, her life was saved by rock and roll.
So I've already gone through what radio does. Unlock submarines, attack submarines when combined with rocketry and combustion. Bombers and guided missiles, as well as unlocking the Eiffel Tower, rock and roll, and Cristo Redentor. None of which I can build. None of which I care to build, anyway. Right, mall. I now have access to... Well, the game wants me to build cavalry for some reason. Fuck it. Fuck cavalry. I don't need cavalry. Nor do I need Cristo Redentor. Which I always fail to pronounce. I always forget the N. So I guess now I'm building wealth here until something more important comes up. Like a spy, maybe? Yeah, spy. Okay, looks like there's no point in me going for mass media. Because Pakal already built the UN. That's fine. I will just skip it. For now, anyway. I don't need Hollywood. Fission, combustion, fascism, industrialism. No. Fission, combustion, industrialism, light fascism, plastics, rocketry, satellites, laser, ecology. I think that was the order. Then let's get some more railroads built in various places. Really, I want the railroads going in a southerly direction, though. And that wants to be a workshop. Right, so Sid's Sushi in Cincinnati. Let's get Cincinnati actually useful. With all that food, Cincinnati can now actually do things. So as soon as it will need, ideally, it will need mining ink as well, at which point it'll actually be able to do things even more. Carl's completed the UN. Hopefully people like me more than him, but I doubt that somewhat. And hopefully he doesn't decide to ban nuclear weapons. That would be very frustrating. Right, so I can't perform espionage there, that sucks. So fission is next. I will not be going for the Manhattan Project straight away. I'd rather get rocketry first, and be in a more reasonable position to actually start attacking before that happens. So, tech-wise, I somehow didn't notice Pikal had mass media last time. Yeah, everyone has everything, there's no point in me trading things away. Corporation spread is looking good, but running the corporations is now getting pretty damn pricey. I really want my commerce multipliers happening in Philadelphia soon. It's starting to suck a bit, to be honest, that I don't have those. But I need the factory up first, else it'll take me forever to build Wall Street. It's taken me forever to build Wall Street anyway, but you know what I mean. So I think we can squeeze in one more turn before we stop. Right, Pakal's obsoleted ivory. Great. That's nice. That's what the deal cancel's about. Everyone votes for Pikal except for me and and Caesar. Requires 460 votes to get Right, requires minimum 460 votes, which I did not reach. Not quite. I got 445 looking at that. But Pikal got a majority anyway, so not like it matters. Oh god, yeah, I've nearly hit 50% in his Ankanak. Nice. Have I got culture there yet? No. Oh yeah, I might just win over some of these tiles straight up very soon. He's improving that hill for me. Nice. So is there anywhere I actually want Judaism? I will want it in a Zankanek eventually. That was in spread in New Orleans. Good for New Orleans. To get more railroads built. Sid Sushi exec can go to. It's already been to Seattle. So let's send it up to, I guess, to Chicago then. Again, yep. That's fine. And then this guy. Actually, yeah, this guy wants to go up to Cincinnati to just make that city not suck. Cincinnati's just in a terrible location. And it needs something to make it better. Alright, so I'm just gonna... I've been spending these espionage points, right? Yeah. No. Did I not lose them before? Apparently not. Okay. Well... So I'm gonna remove the theatre now. Success! So next turn I should get a massive cultural boost in that city. And then I want to start using the spread culture mission. Yeah, Pikal is... does that move the spy back to the city it was built in, or back to my... It moves it to my capital. Because it completed the mission successfully. That's a weird mechanic, I think, but whatever. We get a great person soon. Oh god, all these spies, everything grew this turn, didn't they? Didn't it? I've not been checking that. That's the thing I haven't been checking. Wondering why these turns were going by so quickly. I've been playing quickly. Okay, so let's just check all the things that spies are in and get rid of them. Philadelphia's happy now, and will be happy more next turn when it finishes the Jewish temple, which is what I want. If I run a citizen, though, yeah, reduces the factory turns by 1, which is what I'll do, actually. I might run a priest next turn when I have the temple up. Houston can work the tile? No. Let's get an engineer going again. Great person's due to come from Philadelphia. We'll have a look at that momentarily. Let's not run the spy, let's run a merchant, please. And in Baltimore, scientist, I think. No, merchant. In fact, yeah, just run merchants overall instead of scientists. Washington's running a scientist, let's have it run a merchant instead. I'd rather have that. By and large. Yeah, Washington doesn't really have anything to queue up. So my corporation spread's starting to look pretty good. I might actually finish that up next episode. That actually gives me 2 hammers, so yes, I will go for that. Because of multipliers and things, it pushes me up over an efficiency threshold. So there's not much else to do at all. Let's just keep things going as they are. Everything's Q, I think, is correct. Let's have a look at the cities building wealth at the moment, actually. Houston. There's not much for Houston to build. Houston could get away with building a theatre. Hell, no, build a barracks and then build wealth. Because a barracks is always going to be useful. And it only takes a turn to build. In fact, yeah, you get... Jeez. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of overflow. Fair enough. Then Portland. Similarly, build a barracks, then build wealth. Only takes a turn and you get way over it anyway, so you'll get masses of overflow. So with that said and done, also, my money is on this being aluminium. It is the only resource I can't see, and is the only reason I can think of why an AI would build a fort on a tile. It's not within its fat cross. Therefore, it decides, okay, yeah, I'm going to defend this tile and build a fort on it, and not actually stick a unit in there, but I'm going to defend it by giving it a high defense. The forts do claim the resource. Forts are basically like cities. That's why they work as canals. You can cut open land and ferry units through them. Oh, I suppose that is something you can do with the riverside here. You can build water mills. Still sucks. I guess it's not as bad as I first thought. You still don't have any food here, though. There's no point in the city. I could make it work with Sid Sushi, but that's me. You don't have Sid Sushi. You don't have cereal mills either. God, he's got anti-tanks and Zama. That's nice. So in 5 turns, I'll have culture pressure in Zama and culture pressure in Izamal, thanks to Sid Sushi in Cincinnati. Hell, 1 turn I'll have culture pressure in Izamal. 1 turn I'll probably have claimed these fertile, or this fertile at least, and this coast tile. Maybe this fertile very soon. We'll see on that. Regardless, I feel this is actually starting to look my way, which is very good. Hopefully Pikal doesn't ruffle stomp Caesar. That would suck. Anyway, thank you for watching. I have been and shall continue to be Pretzle. If you liked the video, feel free to like the video, and please stick around for more. In the meantime, enjoy the music, and don't forget to be awesome.